All right, I'll press the record button. I'm waiting for it to say it. And gentlemen, we are live or recording.
Yo! In the building.
Yeah.
Yes, a
We're in the building.
combined show for you guys. End of the year show for the Martial Arts Internet Network for both podcasts, and we will be doing this over the next 2 weeks with both of the shows. So you guys are going to get 4 episodes, and we're going to be talking about everything that happened at the end throughout this year, and we're going to be giving out awards. If something comes up and we start thinking about it, we're going to get on track. Hey, it is what it is. So let me introduce. I guess technically we are on the Inside Scoop. So Alex, I want you to do your beginning show like you always do it.
Oh,
yes.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Inside Scoop with Alex, Jeff, Travis, and Chris.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
What's going
All right, so
on?
we're gonna get to
Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're ready. When Jeff says let's go, we go.
Hey, Jeff, we never ever talked about that, did we?
No.
I just said it one time, and you just said that after it the first time, and it just always became a thing. We've literally never had a conversation about that.
No, let's just do it.
That's exactly. I just want you guys to be your normal selves, and
that's right.
All right, cool,
authentic, and people will love it. All right, so let's get into the first topic.
These are all awards that were
yes. The first award,
because there are opinions, that means it's cement.
Right. Well, we know. Remember, Alex Damon is never wrong. So
Alex is
we all agree. As long as we all agree,
Alex is always going to be Alex.
That's right.
Yeah. Here we go.
It'll be fun. So all right, Travis, tell us.
Lightweight of the year, the lightweight fighter of the year, male lightweight fighter of the year. I have to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's throw out some. I know a couple of different contenders are Tyreek Saint, Blake Spence, Enrique Latona, and do you have a fourth one? You guys have a fourth person for that category that I can think of that might be that's lightweight.
I'm partial, so I'm always going to say Robbie Lavoie. But
Robbie.
as a year, you're pretty much hitting it on the head.
Yeah, those 3. Go, Alex.
Because we're not including the welters. That's another topic.
That's another.
So we're talking about Tyreek, and I agree with everyone you said. You said Tyreek, you said Blake, Enrique, James
splashed at the end, but he only came to 2 tournaments.
So let's really think about it. So those are the 3 that we all consensus, like we agree, like that's it. So I think is it going to be? So then we're kind of jostling for that spot, and then we can categorize them and put them in any way we want. So is it going to be James? Is it going to be? But see, when
Robbie.
I looked at that, that division at the Diamonds because Robbie was in there too. I looked at the lightweights and super lightweights, and I'm like, this thing is deep, you know?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's deep, but it only comes to the same couple people at the end.
It's true. And that's the thing.
It's
deep. Right. It's deep in talent. Yeah. But in the end, you're right, Chris.
Yeah.
Because if you want to go with talent, like I think Zach Winder is up there.
That's incredible talent.
Yeah.
But
Zach's up there.
He hasn't put it all together.
Yeah.
I got to,
I would put Robbie over because it came down to Enrique and Robbie for the finals at the Diamonds in that depth pool of talent because you used Diamonds.
Right. And he did well at WKC and other tournaments and stuff.
I think you're right on that one.
So let me get this. All right. So what is the case for each one of them for winning lightweight of the year? I mean, Enrique, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he win the U.S. Open?
He won.
He is my lightweight of the year. Enrique Latona is my personal.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. He put out his results at the end of the year the other day on Facebook. Yep. Pretty crazy, right? So for Waco and like for senior and junior, he was ranked as the top guy for that
because he's in that weird category where he can do both.
Yeah, and so he did that.
Did he fight at Waco Worlds?
I don't think
I don't think he did. I don't think
he didn't go to Worlds, but he went to
he's
like
done Waco
5
events.
of the World Series events, or whatever they're called, right?
The World Cup.
Yeah.
The
World
Pro Series, I think, or something like that. Yeah. And so I think he won the senior open weight at Austrian Classic. Is that what it was? And then he made
it to the Final Four in Ireland.
Yeah. And then he won at the same time. He's also, so you look at that, he's doing that, right? But he's also competing in the juniors at the same time at those events. So he's fighting, my God, like so many.
So he's fighting juniors and adults.
Seniors.
Yeah. So he's probably what? I don't know. 20 fights at least, maybe, at some of those events?
Oh, yeah, I was there. I don't think.
Oh, easily. No.
Yeah,
Easily. You could get if you do like you mentioned he won the open weight Austrian Classic. If you said he had just for seniors, he had 22 fights. That might be realistic because I don't know if he did multiple weight classes. Because you can do that.
You can do 2 weight classes and open weight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't.
All right,
know.
you know what? That's some young person stuff.
I know, right?
There's no way I'm fighting. I could.
You ain't lying.
But to do 4 different divisions, that sounds a little insane. That sounds.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
It's crazy.
That's just seniors, and he does juniors.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And then he does teams.
And both.
Yeah, that's a little. That's
the wild part.
Fighter of the year. My guy.
Yeah, I think we got to give him the gloves.
Tona as being the lightweight fighter of the year. Would Blake winning Worlds and Waco Worlds, would that have made it closer for you guys?
No. Who would have won?
Blake got to the gold, silver round in Worlds, and then,
I would put Blake as super lightweight fighter of the year, but not lightweight fighter of the year.
No.
So. Or isn't he lighter than Enrique? Yeah.
He's the lightest of all of them.
Yeah. And Blake has grown so much, man. I love watching him fight and see how he's gotten better because I've seen him since he was like 10 or something like that. One of their first like open tournaments was my tournament. So it was pretty cool. I've seen him and Trent move up. And yeah, man. I just still think, man, Enrique is just
Even if he had won the gold, I just don't think it would have been as big of a
far as the year goes.
Yeah. No.
Well, and then when you look at them head to head, Enrique has pulled it out. So, the year before, I think, what was it? Blake and Bailey had some good fights for Grant as well.
Yes,
so,
they did.
Yeah.
All right.
But did Blake ever beat Bailey?
I don't
think he did.
So.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They went to overtime twice, but
yeah. Well, all right. So let's move on to the next award.
We say Enrique, right? Number
Enrique.
one.
Enrique Latona is the lightweight.
Tyreek, Blake, those two.
Yeah, are the runner-up.
And then
Robbie.
Yep. All right. So let's go into male traditional forms of the year. So who are some of your guys that would be male traditional forms? I mean, I can think of 2 off the top of my head, but
Joey Castro's got to be on there.
Joey Castro,
yes.
Joey Castro,
Ariel Torres,
Ariel Torres.
Those are your 2 lockdowns.
Those are 2
lockdowns in NASCA. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else.
Well, Ariel's locked down.
That's what I'm saying.
WKF.
WKF.
He's the
like it's hard to go against Ariel in anything because he's on the pro series, like the highest level pro series, for the WKF circuit. Then he pretty much goes to NASCAR for fun. You know what I mean? Like, and to get an extra $1,000, when he needs it. So when he shows up, he wins. I don't know if he's ever lost.
I mean, we do it for fun too. When we would compete, but that was hard. Well, he does it like, isn't this nice? This would be a fun little thing to do.
I'll do my form real quick.
I'll come out here. I'll make a lot of some private lessons. I'll do this or that. I mean,
hey, get it.
Let's just call it how it is,
young fella. Go get it.
Because I love Joey, and sometimes I would say that Joey probably should win, but I don't know if he has ever beaten Ariel. maybe once in a division, but not in grands. So
they don't get to grands together. They'll never get.
Well, no. What I'm saying is one would win classical or the challenge, and the other one would win the Japanese division, and Ariel will still win in the end.
Well, didn't Joey was trying to do the Chinese? He's trying to do it in Chinese form too.
Kempo.
That was a couple. That was a couple years ago.
And then they did the Kempo.
That was a couple years ago.
He's been like outcasted like a few different times from a few different ways. He's messed up.
Yes, but then he became the guy. So
exactly.
You know what I mean?
They didn't make the rules clear. He fit in where he thought he would fit in with the rules, and when they specified the rules, he was out of there. I agree with Jeff. I feel like Joey should have won a few different times, but I don't really think he gets a lot of the head-to-head nods.
No, he doesn't. So I mean, really, it's those two as far as overall, and then honestly, like for third and fourth, you have to look at maybe other leagues or people that maybe don't get, maybe even some consistency. Like I don't really know who's been consistently winning the Korean because it's kind of been back and forth. There's
I would agree with that too.
There's been a few different people, but no one's really been doing
Thank you.
So.
You want to answer that, Chris? You're in his credit school.
That happens.
Yeah, it happens. He just go through it.
Thanks for calling the dojo crab apple. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man,
this is the inside scoop of what happens.
Yeah, this is it. Now,
I didn't want the answer machine to pick up.
What about Anthony Merrick's?
That's interesting. I guess he should be in there because he's had a good year.
He wins on the what did he win? The WKU or something, right? Or WKC?
It was WKC. WKC.
Okay.
He won a gold somewhere.
Well, it was hard style. It was hard style.
Okay.
So again, the WKU and WKC have a separate division. They have pretty much like a NASCA, like old school NASCA style division, right? For traditional. Then they had the classical division. So,
okay.
There's that. Julian Suleiman, right? Is that how you say his name?
Suleiman,
he won the WKC division and the overall grand for traditional. I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Here's someone actually that probably doesn't get enough because I think he won like 5 or 6 golds at WKU, and a lot of them were in traditional divisions. Was Ramel Gargoles.
Yeah.
And Ramel can win. He's won at NBL tournaments this year at like Slugfest. He's won at some NASCA tournaments in the senior. There's a lot of guys like that maybe could, be in there. But I don't know, man. I know.
You know what?
You don't like
tell the story, all right? I was sitting here trying to figure out if I was going to tell this story or if I'm not going to tell it.
I thought you told it. I think so. Go ahead.
You got to do it now.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. We probably didn't listen to that episode. But anyway.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God.
That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. So every time I hear this, I think about it. So, I did tell the story. But you know what? I'm going to tell it again. So what?
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Because it was great.
All right. So, at SCS, we were in Vegas, and we decided we were going to do fighters had to do forums, and forums people had to do fighting.
Yeah.
And I participated, and I did traditional forums, and I did. And so when I got out there, I was killing it. I was like, yeah, I'm killing this thing. Next thing I know, I believe it was Bob Bleicher walked up to me. He's like, hate to do this to you, Trav. And I was like, what? He's like, we got to disqualify you. I said, what? He's like, yeah, you got to disqualify because traditional forms, you got an all-white uniform on. That's great. But you have earrings.
Yeah.
And I was
take your jewelry out.
I'm like,
you can miss me with that. I tell you.
Like, what? And they told the judge they couldn't judge, and the judges were shaking their head like, oh, this sucks. I was like, this is BS. And then I found out that it was Romeo who went and snitched on him. I couldn't believe that. I was like, he ran and snitched.
Oh, man.
Hey. I was heated. So I don't know if I told this, but I put a hit out on Romeo. I told Ski, was like, yo, if you fight Romeo, you're gonna have to I think he fought that day. And I was like, yo, you go, please.
Oh man.
Please blank him up. Like that can't be doing that. Like,
oh man. No, you can't be doing
but
that.
we've all that's happened before. Something like has that happened for you? Has anyone snitched on you, Chris?
I lost in Guatemala because I had a necklace on. I lost overall grands in Guatemala because I had a necklace on.
Yeah.
I won the division with the same necklace on.
Just someone snitched.
Yeah. Yeah. My instructor had his cell phone accidentally on his. He had it like.
Now that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Well,
See,
that's his own fault, but whatever.
Oh wait, if you got a grill in your mouth, are you gonna get suspended? I mean, disqualified?
Right.
What about a nose ring? What about that?
Well, it used to be you have to tape it up, and it looked awful. Yeah, you used to have to tape it off, man. Yeah.
I fight with it.
It was crazy.
Come on, man. Anyway, so who is the male traditional forms of the year? Because it ain't Romel, all right?
It's Ariel.
I'd say it's Ariel. Again, unfortunately, I think all of us actually agree on this. We wish that it would be a little bit more equal on the styles.
Yes.
And again, that's one reason why I say, like, I really enjoyed. I feel like when I compete at NBL tournaments, I get a fair shake, not because of this or that, but because
it was separate. Because
they look at the different styles and just at the technique, not at, we like Japanese. This is what we like. No, and so I hope that eventually we get to that in all over the sport. But yeah, man.
Can I tell you another opinion why I think NASCAR looks at that and they just look at it like when it comes to traditional, they're just like, oh, it's Japanese and nothing else. I think it's not just that, because we've had an opinion that people who want to participate in it as to why they want to participate in it. I think from just a visual perspective, people just think like, oh no, it's just better. And I think it's just because we've watched so many great Japanese competitors win forms overall, like so many of them in a short amount of time that just was going to be obviously that's the best traditional form you could do, because you watched John Su do it, because you watched Casey Marks and then Nash do it, because you watched so many other people do that, and you're like, well, obviously that's the best. Well, it's not obvious. They just were better than everybody that day. Right? It doesn't mean like it's the only one.
Yeah.
It became the only one.
I'm going to agree with you on this take, Alex.
See what I mean? It's contagious.
All right.
It's contagious.
They also do Japanese wrong.
Well, yeah.
A lot of them do Japanese wrong. So
right.
And because they make them up.
Real Japanese is not as pretty as this sport Japanese. Just like real Korean is not as pretty as sometimes when they make it the Japanese sport Korean.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Because not a lot of it's correct.
No, it's not.
Hip torque and a lot of that's wrong for real Japanese. But we'll move on. Next topic, because Travis looks like he's
yes, because I'm about to go to the
next
next
done
topic.
with forms talk.
Let's do it.
I am definitely done with that. But the male traditional forms of the year goes to Ariel
Torres.
Congratulations. All right,
claps to you.
All right. So middleweight fighter of the year.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky.
You know why I think it's tricky? I think it's tricky because of the 4 weight classes, of the lightweights, the welters, the middleweights, the heavy. The middleweight, they're like the afterthought. Because they're
a thin division. They don't have as many people or the bigger names that you're looking at. I mean, my list consists of people like Troy Binns, who came out early and won a lot, and then didn't really do a lot towards the end of the year. Right. Yep. Until Waco. And then Hector Solari, who did the same thing, was real big in the beginning of the year.
And then injuries and stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, those were really my two. I mean, you got Gumby, you got Laszlo, you got Brian. And, I mean, really, that's my four.
Brian had a bad year this year.
He did. I would put Connor, because I think Connor McGlinchey is...
Connor had a better year than Brian.
And I think Connor had a better year than Brian. I agree with that. So, I mean, really... And Connor
I'd say those,
I mean, and then, but see, it's deep in talent, like Ryan George, Chad Cannon. I don't know, is Chad Cannon a welterweight?
No, I don't think
he's a light middle.
Yeah.
Right. So then you're like it's like the other names we're talking about, like it's deep in talent, but like none of them have won an overall.
What division does Elijah fight?
What?
Light.
What division does Elijah fight?
A welter.
Welter?
Elijah, in NASCAR, it would be welter.
Yeah.
Welter or light welter?
Light welter, 150 to 59.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the dude is like 16'11".
So yeah, but yeah, so I mean that's it. Because like probably in a year or so, you could see a lot of those higher weighted welterweights.
I think that's where Elijah and Bailey are going to land.
Bailey, Elijah are going to land in light middle. Dang it, I was going to say somebody else.
But I don't know. I thought about that about Jack
a little bit. I did too. I always thought Jack was going to go up towards that.
But he never did.
But I know. But he doesn't go. But he doesn't go above 169. He doesn't really get out of 163, 64.
I just think with him, like his height's not going to get any bigger. So I mean, any tall. He's not going to get any taller.
That's why Elijah and Bailey, because they are so tall, they can fill out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So
wait, did we ever decide where is Roman in the heavy or is he in the? Because
he's a light heavy.
Okay, light heavy. All right.
Roman's a light heavy.
Oh, is he light heavy? Okay.
He fights.
89? He fights minus 79, right?
In his kgs, he fights minus 94 and minus 89.
Oh, he's right on it. That's light heavy.
Right on that light heavy.
That's light heavy.
Yeah, he's right. Okay. Yeah, he's right on light heavy.
Yeah.
All right. So
because I had Roman in this one in middleweight, that changes my list a little.
Yeah, I remember when we were originally talking about this. So we're saying Connor, Hector, Troy over in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
This is difficult. This is
probably the hardest one.
And again, Connor and Hector are the two that did both NASCAR and Waco. Connor did almost as many Waco Pro Series events as Enrique did. And then he had an injury or got sick or something before Waco Worlds, so he wasn't able to go. That would have definitely solidified him as probably.
How did Laszlo perform overall for the whole year?
Oh, I'm just saying, when you're talking about talent-wise and people who are in there.
He made to the finals at Diamonds, but I don't remember him doing that well this year.
I don't. That's what I'm thinking.
That's the thing. That division has not been consistent all year.
No, because I think he lost to like Ryan in battle, and Ryan did really well in battle, ended up losing to Cam in the finals.
Right.
Yeah. Like you can put Ryan in there, but Ryan's not super consistent out and about. That's the problem. But
he's won his division a lot this year, I think. But he hadn't won the Grands or even the divisional Grand that often, right? So I know for a while, for the first like AKAs and then a couple other tournaments, he won his division, and then or would either lose to Cam or would lose to someone else.
Troy or Matt.
Yeah.
Troy, I think, and then his battle was Matt.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
So,
but
he ended up losing to Cam, and so he won the Grands, and then ended up losing to Cam.
Troy, a lot of names.
Where was it? Troy won Grands at. He won at Ocean State and then Amerikick, right?
Did he win Amerikick? I thought it was DC.
It was DC.
Maybe it's DC, but I know that he was around that time was when I know he was at Amerikick and he did well. Maybe he lost to Rome because didn't Roman go this year? I think Roman did go to Amerikick this year, or was that the year before?
That might be the year before, a few years before.
Yeah, Roman hasn't been here in a while.
Yeah, Roman hasn't been here since Stefan, has he?
No, when they went to Temple or wherever the university was, he was there. So I remember
he came back 1 year, like one tournament since since him and Stefan fought. Like it just is what it is. But But so I'm going to if I have to make a pick, I'm going to have to say it's Troy.
Because he's the only one with an overall.
Well, not just that. No, I think Hector won an overall.
Hector won, and he won an open weight.
Yeah, Hector won open weight.
But Troy won the Worlds, and he won 2 open weights. So I'm leaning toward. I'm
saying Troy.
Troy didn't win Worlds. Troy lost in like first round or second round, right? No.
Oh,
at Waco.
At Worlds. At Waco.
That's
Troy
right.
Went to Waco's, but
he went there. No. I'm thinking about Oh, shoot.
I'd have to put Hector. For me, it's Hector.
Hector.
Because Hector won the big challenge at Amerikick this year.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
with all the internationals because they brought in Timmy and they brought
in
right.
So Hector won that, and Hector has an overall this year. So that was kind of my vote on that one.
So so we're saying Hector and Troy.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
the rest of the field, because nobody else has got an overall. Unfortunately for their
nobody else has got an overall, so you got to go next. All right. Well,
or divisional grand. Who are the other ones? One division. Laszlo, maybe.
Are they bringing their
Ryan and Laszlo are the only two. Ryan George
and then I don't think Matthew did.
You know why I'd say Ryan? I'd say Ryan and then Matthew. And the reason why I'd put it like that is because both of them fought great in team fighting and are very integral to their teams winning in team fighting. So I would put it like that. So I would say they would go like that. And none of the other guys.
This fool twice today.
Listen to this. I told you, it's contagious.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, so we are all in agreement that
guys, this is what I put up with every week. This is what I put up with.
Hector Solari is the middleweight of
He's
the
the
year.
middleweight fighter of the year.
All right, so I'm gonna skip that's on this list real quick and just go to the easy one, the female. Oh no, that's not the easy one. Never mind. I was about to go to the the female middleweight fighter of the year. That's pretty easy. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
that's
Morgan.
Yeah, that's
Morgan. All right, so who else is like on their way up in that? Like who else?
She ran everybody out the division.
Well, I agree.
I was gonna say I don't see very many people.
Yeah, she usually has like one fight. Like everybody's either up. She's ran everybody out that division. It's like.
So here's someone, and maybe she doesn't get the pub, but I don't think, as far as in this year, she didn't do as well. I don't think she did as many tournaments, but I know she's wanting to go. They go to U.S. Open every year. She's done well. Mihaela Keller, she's won overall at NBL several times. I think last year at U.S. Open, she made to the final against Gina. Her and Regina have fought several times the final, and then also tonight she has her MMA debut, so that's pretty cool. She's from Oregon. She's on Team Ezra. She would be at least in that category as someone who I think has the style to beat those fighters. And honestly, she probably has the style that's the complete opposite of Morgan's. And she's a beast. I don't know if you've ever seen her.
No, I've never seen her.
She's
what's her name again?
Mihaela Keller.
Mihaela Keller. All right.
Yeah. So look her up. That's someone who I think if she decides to stick with the point fighting thing for these next few years, she could definitely
make some
do it. Yeah, she's trying to remember. She's 10-pointed some people that have won first place in NASCAR tournaments several times. So like Carolyn and Robin and those before. So
all right. So let's go now back to
I don't know if there's anybody else.
It's not.
No, I mean you'd have to
unless
you'd have to look at like some other names really in Europe.
Because
they're deeper in women there.
Yes.
And so for that, I think
I don't know
how she's fought.
That's why I didn't want to include them.
I would say Bev Stujiger, but I don't know how she's performed this year.
And I don't even know if she's been competing. Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. She competed in Bristol. She did compete in Bristol.
How'd that go down?
She didn't win overall open weight. I don't know how she did in the division. I just know she was there. I saw her list, her name on the list of women.
Right.
And the other ones, are they the division below, like Evelyn and Louisa? Are they division?
No, they're a couple weight classes.
They're lighter. Yeah.
But then the other Kaya is later.
Kaya Mahia.
Yeah, she's under them, I think.
She's way under. I think she's in like the super, like
the super.
With right. Super.
So they would be in the under ones. All right.
Yep.
And honestly, that's where all the new girls are coming in at. Like Faith is coming in there. Isn't Elizabeth? Elizabeth is in there.
If they're coming in, they're young.
Really are.
So they're gonna be.
They're gonna be in that super light and lightweight. A lot of them.
Until they fill out or whatever.
So nothing
that's really
Drew
good to see that there's
right?
a lot of women.
Drew was up in the cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
So she would be. Yeah.
She's in the cruiserweight. Yeah. Well, they call it the middleweight, but I refuse to call something that has no top.
Yeah. So so right now for what we're talking about, she would be in the middleweight. So maybe fourth, right?
Who? Drew?
Yeah.
Drew being a cruiserweight.
No, we call that the cruiserweight. We don't call that the middleweight. You can't call
right. But what we're talking about right now is middleweight, right? Aren't we doing middleweight and lightweight?
Light middle.
We're talking about
like
let's put it different. We're talking about the Morgan division. This is the Morgan division.
All right. Anyways, let's go.
The light middle. That division. It's quote unquote light middle. All right. So let's go into.
I think Henrietta Nagy from Hungary would be. I think that's her weight class. Now that I would love to see. I would love to see Morgan. That's something that I've always said. I want to see Morgan go to Europe more, to those where they have their big women.
I'm not sure.
I don't even think Henrietta's the best one from there. I think it's on a Condor.
Gold.
They're going back to Ireland this year. I don't know, but I believe they're going back to Ireland this year.
Yeah. She needs to after how she left there.
I think she's going back for that.
She's going to end up in the finals.
I think because I honestly at the end of this, I think I don't know how much longer.
Yeah. Right.
So with that being said,
go get it. Go do it.
Finish off there. So all right. So let's go on to the next one. Team Sync forms of the year.
Okay. This is the actual conversation to be had. Like, this is real. So let's look at the candidates. We got Team JPM with
Jackson.
With Jackson and
whichever one.
Which Presley are we talking?
Hold on. Let me get it. Jake Presley.
Jake.
Yeah, it's Jake.
He's the youngest. Yeah.
Am I lying? I'm not lying. Come on now.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Presley.
We forget sometimes because there's so many.
I have them as the Presley. I have them in my forms categories as just the Presleys.
One of the Presleys. Yeah.
And then there's
a lot, man. Honestly, this year.
Infinity Duo.
There's several Infinity teams, so you have
what's the best
Hunter
one?
Hunter and Noel.
Hunter and Noel, that's the best
one.
One.
Alex and what's his name with the commas? That is
they're good.
Joseph Bond?
No, not Joseph. Joseph hasn't really been competing as much. The other the younger kid, you know his name.
I'm trying to think. I know. You're gonna say.
I think he's Guatemalan. I think in descent.
But, no. I know you.
Who is it, Alex? Who is it? Come on, Jeff. Who is it? Come on. It's right on the tongue.
I know. I can't.
It's right there. Yeah. It's right there.
When you do that, it's not.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. So him and Alex have an amazing team form. But he actually, you know what? He did two different. He did a weapons one with Alex throughout the year. Then he also did a traditional one with the guy from Florida, Diaz. And I can't think of his name either. But yeah. So, anyways, there's those.
What about the competitive edge? They have one. They won it at the Diamonds.
Yep.
They were the last. They were the last group to compete.
They did. Man, there's a lot actually now in Team Sync.
That's a bit
than
much
before
bigger division in previous years.
Yeah. I know who Alex is going to go with, so it's okay.
All right. So let's go.
Go, Alex. Go, Alex. Who you got? Number one.
JPM.
All right.
JPM.
Yeah. All right, so he's a JPM.
JPM. Well, come on
now. So there's that.
Should I do the chant? Or should I do the chant? Oh, wait, no. They haven't won yet. They haven't won yet.
No.
Just Alex's opinion.
Yeah.
Tristan,
well, wait. What do you think?
I'll put Noel and Hunter. That was my favorite.
Noel and Hunter as Infinity.
Yep. Yeah.
But Travis doesn't watch forms, so we win. Travis is a JPM guy, so
just to mess with everybody, I'm going in there and saying JPM. I'm going to say JPM as team of the year. Team.
They're pretty good. They're really good.
Look at that. But more agreements with me.
I would say a number 3 would be that competitive edge team.
Yeah.
I think consistency-wise, they weren't.
Yeah, they had a huge win at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Can't deny that. Yeah, they were definitely good.
Is there anybody else that? I'm just trying to think anywhere else. Team Sync is well. See, and they split it up too, so it made it harder now.
Yep.
Yeah, the demo thing and then Team Sync.
And then when you go to, is it WKC? I think WKC does this, and I know WKU do, but they have a traditional teams and then a creative, which is I think is a great way to split it up. My only issue is like you can't kind of mix it up a little bit. Like I would love to see someone do half a form with traditional and half a form open, or do whatever.
That's been done. It's been done before.
Oh well, I know it's been done, but you can't technically yet. That would be creative. So, but again, so the traditional thing's kind of cool as well. I don't know what was the best traditional team form I saw this year, but I used to always like
going to like WKF. No, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, really I didn't get to see any of those either. Yeah.
All right, so we're.
At
a standstill for the team.
Standstill. So Infinity.
And we're going to put it out there. We're going to put it out there for a vote for the rest of the
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, we're going to vote. We're going to vote. We're going to have a vote and for the people to choose who is champion of Team Sync.
There we go.
So whoever comes out, we'll put it out there and see who comes out, and we'll figure that out.
Jeff Dawson's least favorite division.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's go to the final one and wrap up this episode.
Yes, sir.
It is male forms of the year.
Overall.
Oh, wow. Male forms competitors of the year.
So you got to put Ariel in that conversation.
Yep, got you.
And I actually think, don't they at AKA still do the Warrior Cup as an overall thing? It's not a separate one. And I think, did he win that? I don't know if he won that or not. He's up there. Yeah, who's kicking who? What's going on?
It's Alex.
Someone just.
Alex's kids.
Someone. Look at that face. Man.
What is happening? All right. Yeah, happy holidays.
Stomping. All right.
So male forms of the year. So we got Ariel. We have
Ariel's in there. So Danny Ekin, what was he in the beginning of the year? But then he kind of stopped, right? Will Cornell, I would say he finished the year on top, but throughout the year he was consistent. He did have some wins throughout the year.
No, timeout.
Sorry,
Will Cornell.
Sorry, my bad. So call
did you say Will Cornell?
All right. Anyways, Will Nevin.
Yeah, Will Nevin been retired for a decade.
Will Nevin. Sorry. Sorry, same area, whatever. They don't look anything alike though. But anyways,
no.
Will. So anyway, Will Nevin would be up there. Who else? I'm trying to think big events that have won, and overall, man. I mean, you got to put Joey in there in that conversation as well because he's won some.
Got a lot of wins.
And at events that didn't separate.
Well, who was the best CMX competitor of the year?
Well, we haven't discussed that yet.
Wait,
I know.
That's
hard. But who won?
Let's see, we're doing one before.
Who won U.S. Open? Let's think about it. Who was it that won U.S. Open? I have no clue. Maybe it was Danny, but I really don't know.
I don't remember. I'm sitting here trying to remember who won the U.S. Open. Like, wait, what? Was it Joey?
Spoken like a true
fighter. No. Ariel. Well, no, Ariel may not have been there. I think Joey did win this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it was
But
Joey.
again, I'm saying for CMX, I really don't know. Another one that was up there was what was the guy's name? Oh, now I can't remember his name. He's on Amerikick, and he's won Kimpo, and he won Creative and Extreme several times this year. Bosch something. Golly. That's terrible. Did I really do that? Anyways.
Well, yeah, there's
Take it somewhere else. There's that guy.
All right, Bosch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No.
Man, did I really have a blank? Do we all really have a blank this year? I don't know, man.
Ariel. There you go.
I would just say Ariel overall would deserve to win.
I'm saying Joey.
Number 2, Joey. Number 2 would be Joey.
Because I think Joey had a better year. He's not a, might not be, I think Joey had a better actual year.
Because he won more times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that's fair.
Then
that's fair.
I think Joey won more on the American circuit. Ariel has been concentrating and doing the WKF circuit.
Oh, yeah.
But at least he did at least 3 to 4 events, though.
He did a couple of NASCAR events.
And he didn't lose. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
That's the argument. When Ariel comes, he doesn't. Yeah. He didn't lose. I don't think this
year.
And
Joey did lose to other people besides Ariel. I think Shaheen might have beat him once this year, and then there's a guy at DC, which I don't know the guy's name, but he came up. He was from the WKF circuit too, and he won. I don't know if you saw that. I can't remember his name, but he was good. Yeah, he was pretty good. So that's just why I say that. It's like if you're losing to multiple people, or like Ariel he's just on a whole nother level right now.
Right.
So, but yeah, and there's not the, if it was 2 or 3 years ago and NBL was still going pretty strong, and there were some guys that were winning overalls there and winning overalls here, or like making it to stage here, it would have been that way. But there isn't that right now. So, yeah, I would say Ariel, and then you guys say Joey. So,
Alex, who did you say?
I say Ariel.
So we go with Ariel?
Ariel Castro.
Ariel Castro.
Ariel Castro. We'll just give it
Joey Torres.
Joey Torres.
Right. All right. So, Alex, take us out. This is the end of this episode.
This has been another episode of Inside Scoop with Alex, Jeff, Travis, and Chris.
All right.